Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. The economy is top of mind for the Prime Minister, who addressed Canadians tonight.
So our upcoming budget will move forward with our Buy Canadian policy.
Mark Carney says Canada has what the world wants, including steel, lumber, and critical minerals. Plus, court proceedings start against the Sue's MPP, who faces criminal charges for assault. And exciting news from Agnico.
We have an exploration phase that is being approved for about $100 million US investment.
Canada's largest gold producer offers up an update in Timmins about what's on their docket.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Well, good evening. Thanks for staying up with us. Prime Minister Mark Carney addressing the nation tonight ahead of his soon-to-be-released budget. While the speech focused on his economic plan, there were some key nation-building items of interest to Northern Ontario highlighted tonight, including forestry, critical minerals, and steel.
Consider that while 80% of the steel that Europe buys is manufactured in Europe, 75% of the steel that the U.S. buys is manufactured in the U.S. Only 40% of the steel that we use is made here. That doesn't make sense. Not when we have the people, the resources, and the companies to build right here in Canada. So our upcoming budget will move forward with our Buy Canadian policy, prioritizing Canadian steel, aluminum, lumber, manufactured good, and technology for Canadian projects.
The Prime Minister telling those in the room at the University of Ottawa that our relationship with the U.S. will never be the same again that it was. He highlighted the country being the largest source of critical minerals on Earth, along with an abundance in oil, gas, and electricity. His message in this new economic era: now is not the time to be cautious, as fortune favors the bold. 2 people have been sent to hospital following a crash on Highway 69 this morning. It happened between Forest Access Road and Beckonin Road, north of Brett. 2 people were transported to Sudbury with severe injuries. The highway reopened around 2 this afternoon. Court proceedings for Sault Ste. Marie's member of provincial parliament began today, though Chris Scott was in the legislature rather than the courtroom. Scott is charged with assault and assault with a weapon stemming from a September 19th incident in Sault Ste. Marie. The first appearance was held this morning with a representative for Scott's lawyer tuning in via Zoom. A Crown pretrial date has been set for November 4th. The next public appearance in Scott's court case will be November 12th. North Bay police are looking to get a better handle on intimate partner violence. Police recently hired an additional investigator to specifically look at cases. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
Following a horrific case of IPV where someone used their vehicle to try and kill their partner, North Bay police are reaffirming their commitment to addressing intimate partner violence.
We put a focus on intimate partner violence within this organization over the past 18 months.
According to Victim Services of Nipissing District, police responded to 545 calls related to intimate partner violence and supported 614 individuals in 2024. These include victims of sexual violence, criminal harassment, and human trafficking.
The appropriate actions are taken.
Last year, North Bay Police budgeted for the hire of an additional domestic violence investigator, and every single sworn member of the North Bay Police has received 4 hours of training to recognize signs of IPV.
We're stopping the potential violence from developing and continuing into the future.
Over the course of the next several weeks, all frontline police supervisors will attend an Ontario Police College Investigators course on intimate partner violence.
Everywhere across the country, Canada has a crisis of intimate partner violence and sexual assault, so we really do commend this effort.
End Violence Everywhere, an organization which supports domestic violence survivors, welcomes the move, as only 30% of Canadians who experience abuse contact police.
The police can be that supportive system and connect these survivors to the external resources. Let's make it safe for people to come forward so we can prevent more atrocities.
By the end of the year, most or all of the supervisors handling IPV investigations will be fully trained to make sure investigations are victim-centered and that justice is served through the courts.
We're doing a job that looks after the victims, making sure they're well taken care of.
Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
When officials from Canada's largest gold producer are in Timmins to deliver an update, people buy tickets to hear them speak. Today, one of Agnico Eagle's key executives shared some exciting news. CTV's Lydia Chubak has more.
When the Timmins Chamber of Commerce announced Agnico Eagle's Andre Leite would be the keynote speaker at today's State of Mining luncheon, it had to add tables.
Because when we look at what's presented, there is so much opportunity in the region, a lot of growth happening, and it's important that we're able to provide that information and that ultimately everybody's able to gear up knowing what's ahead of us.
Agnico Eagle is Canada's largest mining company and largest gold producer, and among the messages shared here today is that it's getting ready to expand Detour Mine, Ontario's biggest open pit mine.
Our project is to go underground as well. So right now what we're doing, we have an exploration phase that is being approved for about $100 million US investment. What we're working towards is to better understand the ore body, better understand the mineralization. So we have to take a sample. So a chunk of the ore body so we can test it. So that's our plan.
A recent chamber-led survey points out businesses have a concern about the shortage of skilled workers, and Agnico Eagle attests to that. It projects it will need 7,000 employees over the next 10 years.
Yes, it is a big number when you look, and we are doing this analysis really to better understand the picture, not just now, but in 10 years. So that we can suggest solutions, right?
More employees means more housing is required. And Agnico Eagle is already looking at how it can help increase inventory in Kirkland Lake, where its Macassa mine is located.
At that point, we're still in the study phase, discussing with different partners, with the community, with the First Nations.
Agnico Eagle says it also prioritizes training local youth, and it targets First Nations youth already living in territories where it operates. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Schumacher.
Prominent businessman and former owner of the North Bay Centennials, John C. Hopper, has died. Hopper, who owned a successful car dealership in the city, also served as a city councillor in the 70s. He was the owner of the North Bay Centennials junior hockey team after the team left Niagara in 1982 and was with them through their OHL championship run in 1994. Hopper was a past president and long-standing member of the local Kiwanis Club. Hopper was 88 years old. Well, it's Wednesday, and every Wednesday we take time out to chat with the mayor of our choosing about an issue pertinent to them. Earlier tonight, we chatted with Mayor Sharon Gaduri East of Latchford. We talked to her a little more in detail tonight about that recent shelter-in-place order over an armed and dangerous person in the woods. Here's part of our conversation.
Well, the only way I really found out is I would actually listen to a scanner, and then finally I went down and I actually talked to the OPP. And the forest fire, unfortunately, because it was lit by somebody else, it was a challenge, but thank you to our fire bombers that were able to get it out.
Yeah, you've got to be pretty proud of some of how the residents fared, because, I mean, a shelter-in-place order for 3 days in a row is not an easy thing to get through.
No, not at all. And especially with it being such a main highway and there's no way to go unless you go all the way around. It was a challenge for many, many people.
Our thanks to Mayor Gaduri East. That full conversation is up on our website at CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. Crews with the city of Timmins have completed emergency repairs at the Matagami Water Pollution Control Plant. The plant began experiencing issues in February due to solids building up and blocking the recirculating pumps. This issue was caused by items being flushed down toilets that shouldn't be. The repairs have cost the city $1.2 million to date, with another $2.2 million on the books to address infrastructure risks and maintenance. The Director of Public Works is telling residents no wipes in the pipes. Even items that say they are flushable don't break down like toilet paper and can cause serious damage. In a surprise move, Sioux College's president has decided to retire. David Orazzetti had been on personal leave since at least July. Orazzetti has been with the college since 2017 and was named president in 2023. In a statement, the Sioux College Board of Governors says The Sault College Board of Governors confirms that President David Orazietti has made a personal decision to retire. The board thanks Mr. Orazietti for his contributions to Sault College throughout his tenure. The board also reaffirmed that Sherry Smith would remain as interim president. The head of the college's faculty union doesn't expect much change with Orazietti's departure.
There should be no big impact. Sherry Smith, the interim president, she's been doing an excellent job in David's absence. So I have a lot of faith in her, and I know she's just a really good person. The faculty and staff are behind her 100%, and I think we'll do good things going forward.
Moss notes that college president is a difficult job and hopes the full-time hire is someone who is transparent and wants to make the college a better place. North Shore Health Network is advising the closure of the Richards Landing Matthews Site Emergency Department. The closure will happen tomorrow, October 23rd. Sioux Area Hospital, Thessalon, and Blind River sites will be open for those in need of an emergency room or emergency care. The Northern Ontario School of Medicine is receiving $205,000. The donation is from the RBC Foundation and will support the school's physician workforce strategy, which targets Northern Ontario's doctor shortage through recruitment, training, and retention programs. The money will be used specifically to continue the development of the Rural Generalist Pathway, which directly supports resident trainees in rural communities. Time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, Rick will have your full weather forecast. For now, we'll look at the current conditions, and we've got just a little about everything. Temperatures from 8 to 2 degrees, that 2 being Kapuskasing. A little bit of rain action at around Wawa, Chapleau, and some more down around North Bay and Parry Sound. 6 in Sudbury. We'll have details in a moment.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Well, we've got a few days left before we finally see some sunshine and some nicer, warmer weather in northeastern Ontario. How about the forecast radar, some precipitation, and of course you could see remnants of snow scattered through the area as well. Kapuskasing, Timmins, Chapleau, and Timiskaming Shores. We've got some sleet in the forecast, as you're about to see, and a lot more. How about those 7-day numbers? Sudbury, Nickel Belt, chance of showers tomorrow at 5, chance of sleet at 30% on Friday, 7 also on Saturday, sunshine. Take a look at this streak here. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we've got sun and cloud, 10 degrees for 3 consecutive days. Even the evening lows are okay, acceptable, 1 and 3 degrees. Meanwhile, in Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, chance of showers tomorrow at 6, chance of showers on Friday at 7. Then we go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 consecutive days, 9, 12, 11, and 13. That's a nice streak, and that's above normal for this time of the year as well. In Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of sleet for 2 days. 4 and 3 daytime highs Thursday and Friday. Saturday, sunshine at 6. Cloud cover really on Sunday at 10, and we've got Monday, Tuesday with sun and cloud, 10 degrees both days, again above normal, which is sitting at around 7 degrees for this time of the year. A little chilly at night though. Friday -4, -2 Saturday, -1 on Monday. Timiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, chance of sleet for a couple of days, 4 and 5. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, some sun and cloud. Cloud cover on Sunday at 9 as it warms up. Monday, Tuesday, 10-degree days, some sun and cloud. And Wednesday, even as far as next week, we've got loads of sunshine, 10 degrees once again, and that is above normal. So some good-looking weather coming up by the weekend, and it's going to warm up, which is certainly appreciated for this time of the year. We'll have to keep a close eye on the Halloween forecast to make sure it doesn't snow. North Bay and West Nipissing, chance of showers for tomorrow, chance of sleet on Friday. Then we go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Sun and cloud all 4 days, 7, 10, 8, and 10. So, Ian Campbell, if you believe and you are a believer in better weather, stick around. We're about to get some really nice weather and some warmer weather beginning on Saturday. Back to you.
I believe. Thanks, Rick. Well, at Queen's Park today, talk of the Blue Jays World Series run has some considering legislation around resale ticket prices. CTV's Siobhan Morris reports.
Outside the Rogers Centre, the headquarters for so much joy the last few days, everyone has a story of woe of being denied a coveted World Series ticket.
I was, I think, 138,000 in the queue for Game 6.
I wasn't able to get any. It's been crazy.
The tickets vanished in a flash. The resale market that took over.
Too expensive.
Fans have reported tickets listed for north of $25,000. That's what some Torontonians pay for rent in a whole year.
They need to do something about it. People shouldn't be making a business from reselling tickets. It just doesn't make sense.
The Premier has heard those frustrations and is considering changes.
My personal opinion, I got to talk to the whole team, but they're gouging the people. When you have one player in the market that controls the tickets, that's not right for the people. So we're actually reviewing that right now.
Doug Ford says he'll look at reviving a legislative move his government killed in its early days. It would cap the price for a resale ticket at 50% markup. In 2018, Ford's office said the measure introduced by the Liberals couldn't actually be enforced. But Blue Jays fans are giving this a standing ovation.
That's a really reasonable thing to do. It allows people to actually afford to come into games and shows that you want to be able to see.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Like, price gouging is out of control.
I think that's something good. I think the amount people are trying to make off other people, I think is unfair.
Opposition parties don't think the government should have shut down the anti-scalping measure in the first place.
The Ford government once again failed everyday people in order to align themselves with corporate interests.
We need the government to take action.
People expect their government to make sure there's fairness.
Fans are still willing to stretch their budgets to witness history.
800 max. Yeah, for like the 500 seats.
But for now, they'll have to hope this is more than a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
Meanwhile, Ticketmaster released a statement regarding the situation. It reads, "We appreciate the concern about the high prices to the World Series, but Ticketmaster is not setting these prices, nor is any one person or entity. The resale prices are set by numerous small sellers." Around 70,000 Canadians previously approved for national dental care have been found ineligible. It's due to an error in how income was calculated. Health Canada says at least 28,000 have already received care. They won't have to pay back anything for covered dental work before Friday. Over 130 students gathered in Sudbury today for the annual Headstrong Conference. It's an evidence-based anti-stigma initiative aimed at inspiring students to be brave, reach out, and speak up about mental health. CTV's Lindsay Alick was there.
And most of the time, it didn't overwhelm me.
Secondary students from all 4 school boards in the Sudbury, Espanola, and Manitoulin area gathered at Collage Boreal today for the annual Headstrong Conference.
It's really encouraging youth to go back to their schools to create what's called a Headstrong committee, and really celebrating like that, having a safe space, and encouraging youth to be part of something where they can feel heard and make friendships and just like have a good time like in high school, and just feel like it's okay to have problems and that it's a safe space for people to talk to each other.
Jade Neveu and Avery Trudeau-Clark are grade 12 students at Sudbury Secondary School and say this is the 3rd time they have attended the annual event. They say they want attendees to know it's okay to reach out.
It's part of the slogan, be brave, reach out, speak up. I think everyone deserves to know that they are loved and they deserve help.
That's basically it. I think that they should always ask for help because it's not embarrassing to ask, and even if they think it is, I can't open oranges, so I ask for help all the time.
The day featured 2 keynote speakers, including Ava Walker-Savoie, an 18-year-old student, and Lindsay Mayu, a spoken word artist and author.
I hope that students learn today that they are not alone in any situation that they are experiencing, no matter whether it be drug addiction, homelessness, mental health issues, anything. I just hope that they know that they are not alone.
The Headstrong Conference is funded by the Mental Health Commission of Canada and the Greater Sudbury Police Service. All 4 boards take turns hosting the event and have done so since 2018. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
North Bay Parry Sound District Health Unit is hosting a series of vaccine clinics. The health unit is opening up their vaccine clinics to anyone 6 months or older who doesn't have a primary care provider. Clinics will start October 28th in Magnetawan and travel around the health unit service area. COVID-19, flu, and RSV vaccines are being offered. Canada is burning through its young nurses at an alarming rate and struggling to retain them, according to a new report from the policy think tank MEI. They say the number of job vacancies tripled between 2018 and 2023, which puts more pressure on an already stressed system, and simply training more nurses won't solve the problem. Better working conditions and flexibility are needed. Still ahead tonight on CTV News. The World Series will soon start, and Northern Ontario already has Jays fever. More on that in a moment. Toronto Blue Jays fans are still pinching themselves after the team's nail-biting win on Monday. A victory that punched their ticket to the World Series that starts Friday. CTV's Madison Merrier has more on Jays fever in the north.
Sudbury fans have been cheering on the Blue Jays all year, but after the Jays beat the Yankees in the playoffs, memorabilia has been flying off the shelves like it's 1993.
Yankees lose. Since they won the American League East, the Blue Jay interest has been huge. Once they beat the Yankees, it just got so crazy. And now that they're going to the World Series, first time in 32 years, requests are just going off the roof.
Some fans even want to get closer to the action, and a broker from Star One Tickets in Sudbury is making it happen on a local level.
I would definitely say buy off somebody that you can, know and trust. That's why I recommend coming into our store, physically calling us. Nowadays online, it's all online. You don't have a name to a face. Here you have a name to a face.
Ticket costs have grown exponentially in the postseason, but Reality says some fans are willing to go the extra mile for the chance of watching the Jays bring it home.
It's the World Series, first time in 30 plus years. It's against the LA Dodgers, the biggest market in all of baseball, I would argue. And it's also on a weekend. So demand is definitely at an all-time high. Prices always depend on what people are willing to pay, of course. But I would say compared to a lot of the online sites, we're in Canadian dollar. We're not in American dollar, which right now is a pretty big difference.
But not all fans are making the trip to Toronto. Many are watching the World Series from local sports bars.
I don't know. You just get those body chills and thrills and the excitement and, kind of almost like being there but not being there.
Bonnet says for the upcoming series, the restaurant will continue to host watch parties, joining the rest of the country in backing the Jays.
It's definitely attracting people and bringing more people in. On the last game, Game 7, there was quite a lot of new faces, so that was great to see.
Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
In the Sioux, free outdoor viewing parties are being set up for World Championships. The downtown plaza in Sault Ste. Marie might be empty here, but come Friday, organizers expect it to be a sea of blue and white. The large screen will have the live broadcast of the game. The canteen will be open. All you need to bring is your lawn chair. The first party will happen this Friday night at 8 p.m. for Game 1. In Sudbury, Sudbury Wolves are changing the start time of their Friday night matchup against the Barrie Colts to 6 p.m. Fans can stick around after to watch the Jays take on the Dodgers following the hockey game. Well, GFL Memorial Gardens was a busy place tonight as the Hounds played host to the Erie Otters, and it was a fairly uneventful first period with the Hounds getting on the board first in the dying few minutes.
Now Smith, drop pass, scores! A short-handed goal for the Greyhounds.
The shorthanded goal going to Noah Laus, but that wouldn't last long. In less than a minute, Erie would respond. In fact, Erie would end up scoring 5 times before they were done. Jordan Sharon, the only other Hound to get on the board. Clearly not enough, though. Sault Ste. Marie falls to a visiting Erie 5-2. Well, learning was made fun today in Greater Sudbury as high school students participated in a mining competition at Laurentian University. More than 350 teens took part in the Mine Opportunity Challenge. The board game is a cross between Monopoly and Amazing Race, where teams answer questions and complete challenges. Students speak with reps from companies and programs as part of the competition, with a huge focus on mining, technology, engineering, geosciences, the environment, and trades. The game was created 20 years ago by a professor looking to teach her geology students about the mining industry.
I think some students don't know anything about mining, or students don't know anything about the companies that are
here in our community. And so they do learn about who these companies are, what they do, and that opens their eyes to different possibilities of careers they can have. Essentially, that mining is an exciting industry where you can get a well-paying job and that there's a multitude of different careers available for them.
Tardif says the game continues to expand. It's been played in other Northern Ontario communities like Timmins and Thunder Bay, and work is underway to have it digitized to include animation. What's better than a board game to learn about stuff? That's awesome. That takes us to the end of our newscast this Wednesday night. For the latest news anytime, remember you can head to our website, CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. You can also download our CTV News app. Thanks for watching. Good night.